Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to our next exit. We are fixing to go over our October expenses. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. This is for October 2018. The first thing I probably need to do is go over a couple of basics. We retired with no debt, so there's nothing in the expense report here about the cost of our motorhome or our car. And we camp mostly in Thousand Trails. That's a membership campground. We spent $4,000 for that membership, and we pay about $600 and something a year annual dues, and then $200 a year for an add-on that gets us a couple of more hundred campgrounds called the Trails Collection. So we do, that's $600 plus $200. We do have that $800 annual dues included. We put 1/12 of that in each month's budget, but there's nothing about or buying a car, car payments, or anything like that. Number one, if you don't know about Thousand Trails and have never heard of it, I'll put a link up here in the top. It's a little video we did a few months ago that tells the basics of Thousand Trails, how it works, and that's what's made this lifestyle affordable for Pearl and I, and we really enjoy it. And hopefully that helps. So we'll skip on here to the worksheet. This is just a basic Excel spreadsheet, and it has a couple of things. This is the last 12 months, so we'll have 12 months worth of figures. This column here is the total for each line item for the last 12 months. This column here is the average per month, so it's just the total divided by 12. And then obviously this here is October. And one thing we do, well, I'll go over that when we get down to it. This month of October, we drove 998 miles, so basically 1,000 miles. We averaged 576. In the last 12 months, we drove almost 7,000 miles. So this month we moved 4 times. We started out October up in Maine in the Bar Harbor area. We were at Narrows 2 Camping Resort, and we had a super great campsite there right on the water. Got to watch the tide coming in and out every day. As we was leaving Narrows 2, we caught the fall colors up in Maine, which is the real reason we went up there. And then we overnighted at Moody Beach, spent one night there, and then went on down to Rondout Valley. Moody Beach is in Maine also. Rondout Valley is in New York. We went there to spend about a week, met up with several friends, and see, from Rondout Valley we went down to Chestnut Lake, and that's in Northern Virginia. And then we were there, I think, right out a week, and then Harbor View, we went down there for several days, and now we're at Chesapeake Bay. That's in Virginia also. We spent all 31 nights, the whole month of October, in Thousand Trails campground, so we didn't spend any additional money for campsite fees. No nights out of the system, obviously. We spent for fuel, this is labeled diesel fuel and tolls, $7.89, but this month we got hit hard on tolls. Watch this mirror.
Wow. You got single tires, not dual tires, right?
No, we're dual. We've got 5 axles.
5?
3 on the coach and 2 on
But
the...
I'm saying your tires is just one, not dual tire.
It's dual.
It's still okay. 25.
How much?
25.
25?
You have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Are you
36.
5 axles.
Here you go.
Right here?
Here.
Yeah, right here. You got
Sorry,
3
dear.
axles here and 2 on the car.
Yes, I didn't see that, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, dear.
Have a good day.
You too, thanks. Holy shit.
$235 on tolls. We went across several bridges. One of them was $25 and one of them was $37. Pretty good. And then this is the first time we bought propane. We've been full. We filled up with propane in June of 2017. We've gone a year, more than right at a year and a half, and we bought propane at Rondout. So that was $60. Our hot water heating is done with diesel fuel. We have a hydro hot. It's a burner that burns the diesel fuel and heats up the water, and we can use it to heat the coach. And then $495, basically $500 for diesel fuel. One thing we've learned is pretty much for our actual diesel fuel is 50 cents a mile. Whatever our miles are, our diesel fuel costs us roughly 50 cents. We get right at 7 miles to the gallon. But with our little bit of fuel we use in the generator and a little bit of fuel we use in the hydro hot, it runs right at 50 cents a mile. So we do this little thing here. Our average our average fuel cost per night for the year is basically every day we've spent about $9.33 for diesel fuel. This month we spent $25. That $200 off the top, and then that $60, it would have been back in the right kind of number. But that was our worst one. We had a $22 here. We burned a lot of aqua hot and generator fuel there, and $20. I'm not sure why that one was so high, but that was a big one. The tolls, well, we kind of covered that. We do the same thing for our campground cost. Like I said, we add in our 600. I think I've got 612 written there, but I think it's 615, and then 199. So we divide that, add those two numbers together, divide by 12, and we put in $68 a month for our dues. And like here at Chesapeake Bay, some Thousand Trails parks charge you $3 a night. They're dumping the trash out there. You can probably hear that. Sorry about that. But they charge $3 a night for 50 amp service, and we generally always pay that and get the 50 amp service. Most Thousand Trails don't charge for 50 amps, but maybe 15 or 20% of them do. And we're there now, but in October we didn't have any of them do that. And so we're averaging for October $2.19 a night, 31 nights, $68. For the year we're averaging $7.29, and for the year we average 4 nights a month outside of Thousand Trails, either at a friend's house or boondocking at a Walmart or a roadside park, or a KOA or something. For the year we've done 42, for the last 12 months, 42 nights out of Thousand Trails. So we were pretty low for campgrounds and pretty high for diesel costs. Motorhome repairs, $313. Oh, we bought a new water. We don't use the water pump very often because we've always got water, unless they're stopped, boondocking or something. But it went out, and it didn't totally go out. It has some overheat sensing inside the water pump, and it would think it was overheating and not work, and then a couple hours later it would start working. And so maybe 80 or 90% of the time it'd work, but 10 or 20% of the time it wouldn't. And we decided to go and just spurge for another one because we know eventually we would regret it. That was the only repairs we had. Auto repair. Oh, we bought 2 new tires in Albuquerque, New Mexico about a year ago. We had a problem with our front end alignment, and we were wearing our front 2 tires out about every 9 months or so. And we finally got, and we had the car lined 2 or 3 times, but it just never took. But in Albuquerque, they aligned it, and it seemed to took care of it. We were doing real good, but we were on a cold, rainy day up in Bar Harbor, Maine, and we went to make a U-turn, and we ran right up over a curb, and I don't think it knocked the front end alignment out. We hit it pretty hard. We blew up the tire. It blew the sidewall out. So we backed up, changed the tire in the rain. Kind of a miserable morning on our little Bar Harbor day. But we just bought 3 tires, and that's a little bit weird. You kind of need them on these newer cars to change them at the same time. But we just bought one about a year ago. We put it on the back with a new one, and it is a little bit less tread, not much, but well, I measured it, it's a little bit. And then put the 2 new ones on the front. It seemed to drive just perfect, and hopefully the front end's okay. But anyway, we had that. And then $130 for car gas and $16 for car wash. We did a lot of driving around in the car, driving around checking things out. The trash guy's almost done, so just hang in with us. RV and auto insurance, $14.60 for our RV insurance, and that's the full-timers insurance, so that it's just like your home full-timers insurance. $836 for the automobile insurance, and then we have $1 million umbrella policy, and we add all those together and divide it by 12 and put $214 a month in each month's expense report. Groceries and food, we average $826. This month was $750, and not to get you too far out of whack. That seemed like a whole lot of money for food, but that's not just food. We drink a glass of wine every night. We have a cocktail a couple times a week, and maybe a cold beer every now and then. All in all, we probably spend $100 or maybe a little more for liquor every month. This is all the cleaning supplies. If we buy it in the grocery store, it goes into this line item. So soap to wash the motorhome, or just anything. If dog food, if we buy it in the grocery store, it goes in this line item. So anything we buy in the grocery store goes in there, and it's pretty consistent at around $800. Dining out, we average $220 for dining out a month. This month we spent $330, and that doesn't include when we do the videos on interviews for people on our YouTube. That dining out's not included. We pay for that separately out of our Amazon account, Amazon affiliate, where if you guys buy stuff on Amazon and go through our link, the little bit of money we get for that, we use it to take those folks out. But the $330 is just Pearl and I going out to dinner. Internet and cell phone, we have 2 jetpacks, and we have 2 iPhones, and all 4 of those have hotspots, and we get 15 gigabytes of high-speed internet per month. So that equals 60 gigabytes. And if we don't upload any videos, usually that will work. I usually go to a library. Usually there's a library within 15 or 20 minutes. I'll go to the library and upload videos. But just doing our regular internet, email, and surfing the web, 60 gigabytes is enough. And we have Verizon, and generally only once or twice we had trouble getting a good signal. We do have a WeBoost cell phone booster antenna, and that helps our signal quite a bit. We definitely would recommend that. DirecTV, $60. We went down to the basic package on that. We were spending a lot more. Medical, we're both 70, or I'll be 70 in 2 months, and so we have Medicare. We pay $126 a month to our Medicare Part B each, and then we have Medicare Part D for our prescription drugs. We both have that, so that's times 2. And then we bought a Part G Medigap insurance. Pearl pays $109 a month, and I pay $116. So that comes out to about $512 a month for insurance, health insurance. Pet care, nothing this month. So, we bought last month. We bought Tracking dog food. A couple of bags of dog food. Tinker's only 10 pounds. She doesn't eat a whole lot of food. So if we buy it at a grocery store, it would go in up there in the grocery store item for food. What was I fixing to say? I don't know. Recreation, hobbies, $100 for just tourist stuff, $150 for photo equipment. What did I? Oh, I bought. Had to buy a new little tripod for the cameras, and I forgot a battery. I think just a couple of odds and ends for our YouTube videos. Computer hardware, nothing. Clothing, nothing. Mail. Our mail all goes to our daughter's house in Nevada, and then she forwards it to us. She scans everything to us and forwards us what we need. So that's a total of $9. So for the month we spent $4,300, and is that everything? Yep. $4,300 for the year. We're up to 40. It's just creeping up on us every month. It's going up a little bit, a little bit. As you can see, it's got a couple of pretty good months, but then we had some big ones. And what generally all of these are, these big ones, is maintenance numbers. So just to be wary here on repairs, motorhome repairs, we spent $6,600 on motorhome. Now 1,000 of that was for our license plates, but for the most part the rest of that is repairs. So I don't know, it depends. If you have a fifth wheel or travel trailer, it's probably a little bit less. We spent a fair amount of repairs on our car too, $3,000. So that's almost $10,000 between our motorhome and car. You want to think about that and put enough in there, because had we not budgeted for it, those would be tough to handle. But we have a number in there for repairs, and so far we've been okay. But we haven't had any big ones. They're all just little to medium-sized ones. But that's what we're spending. That's starting to grow. It's starting to get more than we thought it would be, but it is what it is. I'm not going to do we do a thing where if you need to cut this down in your 1,000 trails, I do a thing where a lot of this we can cut out stuff that we wouldn't have to spend, and you can go through there and cut out what it is that you may not spend. So you definitely can do it for a lot less. A lot of people are doing it for $3,000 or less. I think a whole lot of people are in that $3,000 to $4,000, and then quite a few people in that $4,000 to $5,000. But that's pretty much it. If you want a copy of this spreadsheet, it's not this one, but every couple of months I blank one all out. I'll send you a copy with one tab where it'll have our numbers, and then another tab that'll be a blank that you can type in your numbers. If you want a copy of that to help you start your own budget, to help you figure out what it's going to cost you to transition into the RV lifestyle, we'll email you one. I'll put our email address right in here, and you can kind of compare our numbers, back out what it is you think you won't spend, and add stuff that you'll spend that we didn't spend. So that's it. That's October. Hope it helps you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. We really do appreciate the thumbs up, and it helps make more people aware of our channel, and they can find some of this information. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you email me and ask for a copy, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Or give it a thumbs up after you get it, and if you like the spreadsheet. But it does help get the word out and lets more people see these spreadsheets and our different videos. So until our next exit, keep the wheels rolling. Stay safe. We'll see you at the next exit. Bye-bye.